peeps, how are you? It's Miss Zena. It's so lovely to see you again, and I'm super excited about our story today. First, let me say to you, Happy Mardi Gras. Do you know what Mardi Gras means? Well, I bet you my little peeps in New Orleans know what it means. It literally means in French, Fat Tuesday. Yes, it does. And it is celebrated not only in New Orleans, but around the United States and in other countries around the world. In some places, they call it Carnival. In Italy, they call it Carnevale. And some people also call it Shrove Tuesday. And some people call it Pancake Day. So lots of names for this day. It is a big celebration for those who do observe Lent and also celebrate Easter. That is where it pretty much originated, but many people celebrate it in their own way. And a lot of people do have pancakes, which is really fun. I'm looking forward to mine today. So it's also super colorful, and people dress up with lots of colors and fanfare, and they have fun things on their head or on their faces, and it is just really wonderful. They also wear beads. Yes, they do. And that's what our story is about. Our story is called The Little Purple Mardi Gras Bead. And then after our story, we're going to have a fun song. So are you ready? Okay, I'm going to come a little bit closer now so you can see, and then I'm going to read the story from my Kindle today. Okay, here I come. The Little Purple Mardi Gras Bead, written by Julie P. Rowley and illustrated by John R. Paquette. Okay. Once upon a time, in the city of New Orleans, a little purple bead on a tiny necklace was about to ride on a float in a Mardi Gras parade for the first time. The little purple bead was very excited as he watched all the beads being unpacked and placed on the float. He was also afraid because he had no idea what would happen next. What do you think will happen next? "Excuse me," the little purple bead said as loud as he could to the other beads. "Can anyone tell me what happens during a Mardi Gras parade?" The largest bead on a beautiful strand of polished pearls cleared her throat and said with a soft southern accent, "Mardi Gras means Fat Tuesday in French. It is time to celebrate before Lent begins. There is always a king and a queen of the parade." "Is there a princess too?" asked the little purple bead. "Yes," said the pearl. "The princesses are called maids. There are many decorated floats like the one we're on, plus marching bands and dancing groups." "Wow, this parade sounds like lots of fun!" exclaimed the little purple bead. You see how dressed up everyone is? It's so colorful, and you can see the band and everything like that. Okay. The other beads began to chuckle. The beautiful pearl asked, "You really don't know anything about parades in New Orleans, do you?" "No," answered the little purple bead. "I'm not sure what to do." The beautiful pearl explained, "Each one of us will be taken off a hook and thrown into the crowd of people shouting, 'Throw me something, mister!' It is very exciting to be caught and worn." Soon the float started rolling. The parade had begun. The little purple bead peeked around the other beads to get a better view. "Wow," he thought to himself, "those beads look like they're having so much fun." He watched them being tossed high into the air and flying into the crowd's outstretched hands. You see, look at that. They're throwing the beads and everyone's ready to catch them. The little purple bead could not wait until he would have a turn too. Soon, all the beads and trinkets were being thrown off the side of the float by the maskers. Hanging next to the beautiful polished pearl was another strand of beads that blinked purple, green, and gold, the colors of Mardi Gras. On this blinking necklace was a bully bead. Oh, we've talked about bullies before. Bullies are not nice. We don't like bullies. The bully bead looked down at the little purple bead and said in a loud, rough voice, "I don't think you need to worry about not knowing what to do. If you are thrown, I don't believe anyone would even try to catch you. You'll probably just fall to the ground and get stepped on. No one wants a plain, ordinary bead like you. Everyone out there wants fancy beads. All the cheering people try to catch us when we are thrown." Oh my goodness, that is not nice. We are all beautiful in our own way. The little purple bead was no longer excited about being in a Mardi Gras parade. He wasn't even afraid anymore. He was only sad. Oh, poor purple bead. Meanwhile, toward the end of the parade route stood a beautiful little girl dressed as a princess. Everyone around her was having a great time listening to the music of the marching bands, watching the dancing girls, and catching the colorful beads and trinkets being thrown from the floats. But the little princess hadn't caught any beads. She stood unhappily watching as the floats passed. The people around the princess tried to share their beads and trinkets with her, but she didn't want any of them. She wanted to catch her own beads. Unfortunately, because the princess was very small, every time she would reach up to catch a pair of beads coming her way, many hands above her would snatch them up first. Oh my goodness. "I would like to catch even just one pair of beads all by myself. I never catch anything," the beautiful princess cried. Back on the float, the little purple bead realized that the parade was about to end. Unless he was thrown very soon, he would never have a chance to fly in the air and be caught. As tears fell from his eyes, he spotted the little princess in the crowd. "Oh, how I would love to be caught by that beautiful princess," he wished. Well, let's see what happens. The bully bead still hung on the float and exclaimed, "It's too late now, buddy. Looks like all of us left behind will have to wait until next year." The little purple bead didn't want to give up, so he kept wishing and wishing that he would be caught by the beautiful princess. There, do you see him right there? There's the little purple bead wishing. The princess kept wishing too. Her mom whispered into her ear, "Stretch out your arms, jump up and down, and scream, 'Throw me something, mister!'" That sounds like good advice to me. The beautiful princess did what her mom suggested. She held up her arms as high as she could and yelled at the top of her voice, "Throw me something, mister!" But the masked riders on the float didn't hear or see her. As the very last float was passing, the princess stood in silence, afraid that her wish would not come true. All of a sudden, a rider snatched the little purple bead off his nail and threw him from the float. But was he too late? The little purple bead flew through the air and spotted the princess among the crowd. He twisted, twirled, and wished as hard as he could to be caught by her. It was as if the princess's wish and the little purple bead's wish met and formed a breeze to carry him. Look at that. He's floating across all the hands. As the beautiful princess looked up, the little purple bead magically landed over her head and fell gently around her neck. "Look, everyone," the princess shouted. "I caught my own beautiful beads. This is the prettiest little necklace that I have ever seen." The little purple bead on the necklace was overjoyed, for he was now being worn by someone who loved him. It truly was a happy Mardi Gras. So whenever you catch a tiny strand of little purple beads, remember that it could be a wish coming true. Oh, that is a great story. So that is the end, little peeps. And now it's time for our song. Are you ready? Okay.
Hey, look! It's the Mardi Gras Parade!
I hope you'll sing with me.
You want to join in? All right! Let's march! Oh,
Everyone can march, march, march. Everyone can march, march, march. Oh, let's all march together at the Mardi Gras Parade. Everyone can slide, slide, slide. Everyone can slide, slide, slide. Oh, let's all slide together at the Mardi Gras Parade. Everyone can sway, sway, sway. Everyone can sway, sway, sway. Oh, let's all sway together at the Mardi Gras Parade. Everyone can jump, jump, jump. Everyone can jump, jump, jump.
that's a good one.
Oh, let's all jump together at the Mardi Gras Parade. Everyone can shake, shake, shake. Everyone can shake, shake, shake. Oh, let's all shake together at the Mardi Gras Parade. Woo! The end, little peeps. I hope you really enjoyed that. I really hope you enjoyed the story and the song. Thank you so much for singing with me. Here's our little story again. Here's our purple bead. I hope you catch some purple beads. And big peeps, if you enjoyed that, please feel free to subscribe to my YouTube channel. At the end of this video, I would be so honored if you did. And I can't wait to see you for the next story. So before we go, what do we say? Yes, stories are stupendous. Okay, bye-bye.